Most traders don't fail in prop firms because they can't trade. They fail because they choose the wrong funded account. I see this mistake all the time. People rush to buy a challenge, focus on the cheapest option or the smallest profit target, and completely ignore the rules that actually matter once they start trading. That's why today I want to break down Alpha Capital Group's funded models and explain which option makes sense and which ones you should honestly stay away from. Alpha offers multiple two-step programs, and while they look similar, the trading experience between them is very different. I've always preferred two-step programs because they give you a structured path to funding, but not all two-step accounts are created equal. I personally started with the Alpha Pro 6 account. It was cheaper and the profit targets looked smaller, so it felt like the safer choice. In reality, it turned out to be the most restrictive one. After trading and comparing all their options, it became very clear that only two models really stand out: the two-step swing account and the Alpha Pro 10. The rest of the two-step options, especially Pro 6, come with limitations that make trading unnecessarily difficult. Let's talk about why the Pro 6 account is not a good idea for most traders. The biggest attraction of Alpha Pro accounts is leverage. Pro accounts offer very high leverage, up to 1 to 100, while swing accounts offer 1 to 30. High leverage sounds exciting, but it comes with a cost. On the Pro 6 account, the profit targets are smaller, but the drawdown limits are also much tighter. This creates a trap. Once you enter drawdown, recovering becomes extremely difficult. You don't have enough room to manage losses or let trades breathe, which increases stress and forces bad decisions. On top of that, the news trading rule on Pro 6 is a major issue. You are not allowed to trade 5 minutes before and 5 minutes after red folder news. That means 10 minutes where you're completely locked out of the market. If you trade sessions with high volatility or news-based setups, this rule alone can ruin your strategy. Because of these two factors, tight drawdown and strict news restrictions, Alpha Pro 6 is not something I recommend even if the price looks attractive. Now let's move on to the accounts that actually make sense: the Alpha Pro 10 and the swing account. These two models are far more trader-friendly and realistic. Both of these accounts have larger profit targets, but they also give you much more breathing room. The profit target is 10%, the maximum drawdown is 10% and static, and the daily drawdown is 5% and static as well. From a rule perspective, they're identical. The news trading rules on these accounts are also much more flexible. Once funded, you only need to avoid opening trades 2 minutes before and 2 minutes after major news. If you happen to enter a trade during news, you simply cannot close it within 2 minutes. This rule is far more reasonable and allows you to trade without constantly watching the clock. Where these two accounts really separate is weekend holding. I don't recommend holding trades over the weekend, but in real trading, things don't always go perfectly. Sometimes a trade is still open when the market closes. With the Alpha Pro 10 account, weekend holding is not allowed, and holding a trade can result in a soft breach. The swing account, however, allows weekend holding. That flexibility alone makes the swing account a much safer option for most traders, especially traders trading higher time frames. Now let's quickly touch on consistency rules. If you select bi-weekly payouts, there is no consistency rule on either Pro 10 or swing accounts. But if you choose payout on demand, a 40% consistency rule applies. This means no single trading day can generate more than 40% of your total profits. For example, if your total profit is $1,000, you cannot make more than $400 in one day. This rule applies equally to both accounts, so it's something you need to plan for. When you put everything together, pricing should not be your main decision factor. Trading rules, flexibility, and how well the account matches your trading style are far more important. For most traders, the two-step swing account is the most balanced and stress-free option Alpha Capital Group offers. If you're planning to purchase an account using my link, send me a screenshot on Discord. I'll add you to my VIP members group where I share regular trade ideas, analysis, and guidance to help you avoid common mistakes and stay consistent.